All right, here we go. This is the tutorial for the senior portrait photo shoot. All right, step one, open up Adobe Lightroom. So under Applications, we find Adobe Lightroom. There we go. Select the Library tab in the upper right corner once that loads up. Give it just a second here. You're right, it should be 6 images. I don't know where I got 9 from. That's why I'm not a math teacher. All right, so we have 2 SD cards that we're going to be uploading to Lightroom because we shot with 2 separate cameras, but it should put them into the same date region on the library. So 1 second here. All right, cancel. All right, so click on the Library tab, and then I'm going to put my SD card in. All right. Now click on the Import tab in the lower left-hand corner. So we go to Import. It pops up when you put your SD card in. Just close it out. We don't want that. All right, we want to select EOS as our source file. And we're going to import. Now these were from, this is a smaller batch. This will take just a minute. Because these are raw files, it will take a little longer than a typical JPEG. So be patient. Well, this is loading up. You guys have any questions about the photo shoot? No, we did? Nothing? All right, one nice thing about Lightroom is it'll automatically eject the card. So as soon as it's done, I can just pull it out and pop in the next one. Okay, done, card ejected. Go on to the next one. Again, eyeball the SD card going into the slot so it doesn't end up in the CD card or CD slot. That happens every year. We don't want that. All right, so we go back to import. And number 4. Okay, so let's go through these. Number 1, open up Adobe Lightroom. Number 2, select the Library tab in the upper right corner. Number 3, now click the Import tab in the lower left. Number 4, once the Upload dialog box appears, locate and import your images from your card. Number 5, once the Upload dialog box appears, locate and import your images from your card. That's number 4. Almost done. Jared, you look very intense. Come on. Okay, so we're done. All right, so number 5. We're still in the library here. If you go to the top of your categories here, your folders, you have one that's called Quick Collection. We want to clear this, okay? So if there's something in there, just save. You're going to click Save Quick Collection. And then just give it a title. So we'll just call this test for now. If there's something in there, just whatever you see in there, just name it that. And this is important. Make sure that this is checked. Clear quick collection after saving. It's just going to put those images that I previously had in there into a safe spot for in case the next person comes along and wants to use it. Right now, our quick collection is empty. All right. Once the Save Quick Collection dialog box appears,
Wait, hang on.
put in the date and check.
Quick collection by right-clicking and clicking on blank.
Clicking on Save. Number 6. Once the Save Quick Collection dialog box appears, put in the dates and check the Clear Quick Collection after saving option, then click on Save. So we just did that. Number 7. Adjust the thumbnails in the lower right-hand corner to your personal liking. So we have, let's see, where'd it go? There used to be a thing here. Oh, there we go. So we click on thumbnails. Right now they're really big. I don't want to see really big. Let's see. Oh, you gotta go down here. So we took in our session today 90 photos, right? So we're pretty close to the 100 mark. Where is the, wonder if it's here. No. Let's see. There it is. So this slider here will allow you to have a lot of images or little images. I recommend, personally, I like to be able to see 3. I can kind of get a good idea. You can see our test shot here right up front before we adjusted our camera. But you can adjust that so you can get an idea of what you're looking at. Okay. So number 7 was adjust the thumbnails in the lower right-hand corner to your own personal liking. Number 8, select all of the images you like by highlighting the image and clicking on the circle in the upper right corner of the image. So as I hover over there, see this little circle? You will click on that if you like the image. Now here's what you're looking for. Do you like the pose? Is it okay? Is it okay exposed? Because we can always adjust the exposure a little bit. And is it sharp? Is it in focus? If it meets those 3 criterion, then it's a yes. Okay, you don't be super picky. If it's even close, it's a yes. Okay. Now the other way you can do this, the keyboard shortcut, this is not on your notes though, is I'm going to use it, is B on your keyboard will instantly add the image into the quick collection. So I like to go down. So let's see here, Jared. I like the one of you smiling here. So when I push B, it adds, see this right here? It just indicated to me that it's in the quick collection.
B as in boy.
B as in boy. Let's grab a portrait from that setup. Your eyes are closed in that one. Let's go with that one. Let's see. All right. I like that one. So I'm keeping in the context that we're probably going to use these for like a yearbook picture. These are kind of fun. But you see how those shapes look really nice? Just add that extra something, that je ne sais quoi, to your images. Let's get one. Jared, you look so mean. There you go. There you go. Oh, kind of like that one. See how those lines look behind them? They look really cool, right? A little bright out. Onyx, I think you were blinding them. Here's the ones from the second camera. They're a little overexposed, but that's okay. I can fix that. Like that one. Those are test shots. Like that one. Okay, once you've gone through this process and you pick out the ones you like, now we can go to the quick collection, and I've narrowed the 90 down to 13. Okay, now it's a lot easier to narrow 13 down to 3, right? Versus 90. All right, so let's see here. So these two are similar of these ones. I like the smiling one better, so I'm going to So I'm just simply click on it to remove it. I like this one. So I'm kind of looking at these kind of in groups. So from this pose, let's see. I think I like that one the best. That one's cool, but I think I'm going to stick with that one. Of the sitting down ones, let's see here. I'm going to go with the smiling one. That one's good. Okay, of these two, similar. I like the one where you're looking at the camera better. All right, so now we're down to 6.
Whoa.
All right, so of these, so I'm thinking yearbook portrait is what I'm thinking of. So probably a portrait orientation is better, so that eliminates that one. And now I'm down to 5. Let's get one where he's actually looking at the camera. Down to 4. And too serious. All right, so these are the 3. So now that I have my 3, number 10, once you have selected your favorite images, click on the Quick Collections folder. That's number 10. Number 12, in that folder, narrow your selection down to the top 3. We just did that. Number 13, once you have your top 3 images, click on the click on the Develop tab in the upper right-hand corner. So here's your Develop tab right there.
Can you go back to 12 and 13? Read and develop.
There you go. You got it? All right, number 15. Once in the Develop module, create a virtual copy by right-clicking on the thumbnail and clicking on the Create Virtual Copy. So I'm going to actually do all 3 at once. So I'm just going to hit Command A, and then I'm going to right-click, and I'm going to click on Create Virtual Copies. These are your unedited ones you're going to be turning in. Does that make sense? So I'm going to be working on the first one from each of the groups there. But then I'll have an original, so we'll be able to compare the images back and forth. Okay. Use the Develop module. In the Develop module, use the Spot Removal tool to remove any blemishes, and use the Adjustment brush to whiten teeth. So on this image here, you have these tools here. So we're going to use the Spot Removal tool. And I'm going to turn this on so I can actually see. And then I go 1 to 1. It allows me to come in. And using my bracket keys, I can do blemish removal. Zap, zap, zap. Let's see. Let me get a little bigger. Jared, you look so intense. All right, pretty good. All right, so you're not smiling. We don't have to. You have teeth showing in any of these. If Jared was smiling and showing teeth, we would use the teeth whitening. So in your brushes, these are your brushes. We have teeth whitening, and you would simply go in and paint the teeth, and you can make them brighter or not. Well, preferably brighter, I'm sure. Would be a good thing. All right, so I'm just going to edit this one image, but you're going to do this to all of the images. All right. Oh, so step 18 we've already done, guys. So we already did a virtual copy, so we don't need to do that again. Step 21. Export your image and hit Command A and right-click on any thumbnail and choose the... Okay, so the next part is how to export it out. So a couple of quick things, though. Before you do that, you want to develop the image, okay? So let me get out of the brush here. And by develop the image, a lot of times I will hit auto right up front just to kind of see what it does. Now to me, that's a little bright, right? It's a little overexposed, but it added some good contrast and things too. So I'm just gonna bring the exposure down a little bit. Now this is, earlier I asked you a question about white balance, right? When you shoot in RAW, you can actually adjust the white balance in post-production. So this is what this is, white balance. So you can do it as shot, or you can choose it. So we're in the shade, so let's see what a shady one looks like. It warms it up a little bit. Let's see what cloudy looks like. Not as much. I like the cloudy a little better. We're gonna go with that one. You can also crop the image down a little bit. So this actually, I think this is pretty good composition. We're gonna stick with that one. You can also add a filter if you'd like, okay? Don't go crazy though. Keep it Let's see. I think, Jared, let's go with a nice black and white look for you on that one. That looks pretty good. All right, so now you see the before and the after, right? And you're going to do that for all of your images. Now, when you get ready to export these out, you're just going to hit Command A, select them all. Oops, Command A. And then you're going to right click. This is going to come up, and you're going to do export. So this is step 21. On step 23, when the export dialog box appears, choose a destination folder like your thumb drive, for example. So we click export. It's going to bring up the export dialog box here. You can choose where you want to put it. I'm going to put it onto my desktop. All right, and then click the put in subfolder option. So that's what this is. Click on that. Entitle that folder Senior Portraits 4, and then insert your client's name. You still got 2 minutes. Okay, so Senior Portraits 4 JRED, right? Okay. You want to make sure that the quality is set to 100 right here. And you want to make sure that the watermark is not checked. But if you want to add your watermark, I'll show you guys that on another day. All right, then you click export. It's going to export all 6 of those images into a folder. Those are the 6 images you're going to be turning in. All right, going through the list here. 26, under the file name selection, file your name like this, event date line. So a scene, the date, and then make sure to check the box. Set the file size quality 100. In the watermarking section, check the box, then select Edit Watermarks from the drop-down box. So let me show you how to do that really fast. Export. Oop. You should have your PNG signature, right? You're going to sign these. So under here, under Watermarks, you're going to check on this. You're going to hit the drop-down box, Edit Watermarks. And there's a picture on your skeleton notes. Then from the Watermarks editor, dialog box appears. Click on Choose and click on Choose right here. And you're going to locate your PNG file. So I believe mine is under downloads. Let's see here. Signature. Nope. Okay. Mr. Byrne. Let's see. Nope. Let's check on our downloads really fast.
We had first checked in downloads. We didn't check in your desktop.
Okay. There it is. All right. You're going to choose that. And then you can't see it right here because it's black on black. So I'm going to move it. So I'm going to move it to the other side. And then you can change the proportion here. So you can make it bigger or smaller. You can move it horizontally left and right or up and down. But what this will do is it'll add your signature to a bunch of photos at one time. So you can batch process, essentially, your watermark. Then click Save. We're going to title this Mr. Byrne. And then Create. And then Export. Let's use unique names. All right, then submit your 6 images in Google Classroom. If you have any questions, please let me know. All right, that concludes this tutorial. Thanks for watching.